You are in for a treat. This band is extraordinary. But you know, and I sometimes have to keep you up to date on news because you live in the big city.
The expensive city.
Well, I understand. But we truly lost an icon recently in Ian Polster. I mean, Ian was the first 50-year member of the Springfield Symphony. And,
was it you?
No. Not yet, but I'm sure, since you're from around here, your paths crossed with Ian, I'm sure, at some point.
Well, and I have to say, I went to school with Mara Polster. Is the Polster family here? We had some pictures here. Did you guys stand up? Whole family, come on, stand up, wave or something. Stand up. There we go. You know, I had just legions of great music teachers. I always tried to say in a roll call, you know, Hap Ashenfelder, Bud Arthur, and Michael Matamore, Tom Billing,
Yeah.
started. The legendary John Smorelli. Those stories are for another time. But, John liked to hire local symphony musicians to play our musicals. And for whatever reason, he put, you know, 15-year-old me as a trumpet player behind Ian, behind the trombones. So Ian had to listen to my sad 15-year-old trumpet in his ear for roughly 2 weeks. And I stand before you as someone who is, I became very tough over the next 3 years of high school. Because and look, I wouldn't have wanted to sit in front of my sad 15, 16, and 17-year-old trumpet. I barely can stand it now. But, you know, this was a man who had exacting musical tastes. And he was not afraid to let us young people know it. And that we would, you know, it was a standard to which we aspired. And it was something that all of that generation of musicians and teachers really instilled that in me, from John Smorelli to Bud Arthur to, you know, all of them. So Hap Ashenfelder. But Ian was, I have very, very strong memories of playing in an orchestra pit with him at 15. And words, he taught me new words. There were no words. I went home to my mother and I was, you know, hey mom, and she's like,
Yeah, I called him Ian once.
Uh-oh.
I think the scar is here. But I remember my audition week, and he was sitting in the trombone chair, and Smorelli, who had retired from the orchestra, was sitting next to him. And of course, I had no idea who they were, but there was all kinds of conferring going on while I was conducting. You know, I was about to say I'd give anything for that transcript, but I think probably. I remember one day he showed up with a red plastic trombone. And you know, he's sitting in the section, you know, and I'm looking at it. Finally at intermission, he said, you know, I think it sounds pretty good. And I thought, is he serious? So I said, nah, Ian, I think we need to kind of tone it down a little bit. Okay. So the next day showed up with the blue. But there really is, I mean, his contributions to the business were extraordinary. I came through an amazing symphonic band program in North Carolina that actually was recipient of one of the Ford Foundation grants to have composers in residence. And we played his transcription of Dances from West Side Story very early on. I think he wrote it in the 70s, so we were one of the first bands to play it. And I don't think you understand what a big deal that was, that Leonard Bernstein trusted Ian Polster to transcribe his music, because, I mean, to this day, Lenny from Beyond the Grave has a stranglehold on that piece. I tried to do a concert version here and went to the Bernstein office in New York and said, no. Lenny had decreed before he died that that piece could only exist as a theater piece. It could not be done in a concert version. So for him to trust Ian it's pretty big. It's pretty big. You know, we probably ought to dedicate the concert to him. What do you think? Oh, he'd be so annoyed. And we should warn the band that if there's, and I've never heard one on this stage, but if there's a clam, there'll be a thunderclap. But I think we do need to remember with gratitude the amazing life of Ian Polster. And we thank him.
And with that, please welcome to the stage the Springfield Symphony Jazz Orchestra.